welcome back to the Unspoken Matter, where we perform stories and scripts you sent us. I'm your host, Kendrick. This week's stories are submitted by Charlie, titled Sam the Salmon. Special thanks for Charlie for contributing to the podcast. If you want to submit your own story, either being true events that happened or fictional stories you'd like to share, you can go to the submission tab on our website, unspoken.com, or go to unspoken.com/submission. You might just be featured in our next week's episode. Before we get into the story, let's hear a word from a long-time sponsor, Audible. Do you like listening to stories? Science fiction? Fantasy? Romance? Well, my friend, I may just have the best thing for you. Audible offers over 200,000 unique audiobooks for purchase and download. You can listen to stories anytime, anywhere. Visit audible.com/unspokenmatter to get a 30-day free trial or text Unspoken Matter to 200 200. Special thanks for Audible for sponsoring and making all of this happen. Once again, thank you Audible for sponsoring. Now we shall get on with our story of the week. Submitted by Charlie, Sam the Salmon. Let the story begin. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What a wise quote from Finding Nemo. No matter how bad is the situation, just keep swimming. Everything will be fine, right? Right? Good morning, Sam, said Mr. Owens, as he pulled out his arms from the sand to wave at me. Well, all 8 of them. Good morning, Mr. Owens. Have you seen Sally this morning? She said she's going to the upstream with me today. I wonder where she has been. I greeted Mr. Owens. Bad news for you, my dear. I've read the newspaper and it says hundreds of salmon has been captured by the ones above. I'm afraid Sally's one of the hundreds, said Mr. Owens, followed by a sigh. I burst into tears, which I don't know how did I manage to do that because I'm underwater. Anyway, I burst into tears and tried to find out which direction the ones above went. Some says they're evil, but some says they're God. Some says they're captured because of their sins, but some says they're ascended. My family and I believe in the first saying, because when I was small, I've once escaped from the ones above. I was too small so I could swim away through the holes of the lift. I heard screams fading as the lift went upwards. That's the reason why we believed in the saying that the ones above are evil. I rushed through all the corals and kelps. I couldn't help myself to notice that I haven't seen any salmon along the way. Usually every day I swim through the street, I would see a school of salmon kids on the way to school. You know, salmon lays a bunch of eggs at once. That's why there's many kids on the street every day. What if they're all captured by the ones above? No, there's no way the kids are captured. The lift has holes. They can swim out. They should be fine. Maybe it's just school holiday, you know? That's me arguing with myself, out loud in the street, like a psychopath. I mean, it's about my species. Of course I'm worried. No, they're not fine. All the salmons are gone. The ones above have shrunk the hole in the lift. The kids can no longer swim out. An old lady crab approached me and whispered, and then walked away slowly and sideways. Oh crap! I gasped. Yes, young fish? Old lady crab replied. Sorry, wasn't talking to you, but thank you for the news. Holy crap! I still couldn't process the news. I rushed to a paper stand and bought a newspaper. Breaking news, all salmon have ascended. They're freed. The ones above have chosen the whole species to heaven. Got the wrong newspaper from that one company that believes in the God theory. Wait, what? The whole species? What about me? Wait, that's not the time for that. The whole species? I was so shocked that my newspaper dropped and floated away. Today was supposed to be the big day for every salmon, going upstream with their partners, going through waves that push us backwards. We'll get through the challenges together, then lay eggs and die peacefully. Now everyone's gone. I'm the only salmon left. What am I going to do if the only goal of being a salmon cannot be achieved? I can't lay eggs myself, not on my own. Screw the ones above. They're evil. At least leave the holes big enough to let children escape. At least leave some salmon behind so the species can live. At least... All I can do now is just keep swimming. I can't do much. When I die years later, fishes will forget everything about salmon. They'll forget we existed. I think I found my purpose of staying alive now. I can write a book about salmon, so that fishes will remember us, as well as how evil the ones above are. So here's the first chapter, Sam the Salmon. And scene. This is the end of the story, Sam the Salmon, submitted by Charlie. With that, today's episode have come to an end. I hope you all enjoyed the story. Once again, thank you Charlie for submitting the amazing story, and massive thank you for Audible for sponsoring us. I shall see you next week, same time, with more stories await us to be spoken. I'm your host, Kendrick. This is the end of today's episode of the Unspoken Matter. Thank you for tuning in.